How's it going, everybody? Welcome into another video. Today I've got a super fun challenge. We're out here at Lynchburg College and we've got to make 8 birdies within 18 holes. But here's the catch. Each time we make a birdie, the disc gets worse. So for example, we're going to start with some great premium plastic, work our way into baseline, but by the end of this thing, we're going to be throwing weird discs like Ultra Stars and even these weird like 3/4 XL minis. So every time we make that birdie, it's going to get progressively more difficult. And heck, some of the discs we're going to be using, there's probably only a few holes out here that we actually can make birdie on, like the mini discs, for example. So we have to do it within 18 holes. This course is a 9-hole loop, so that means we get to play it twice. And the idea is, if I don't do it, there's going to be a punishment, of course, and you'll have to stay to the end of the video because I'm going to be leaving a disc on the course for one of you to come pick up, hopefully, if I can't complete the challenge. I've got one of my signature caches here. These are out of stock. This is a really nice yellow one. It's only been field tested, but it is basically in brand new shape here, and if I can't complete the challenge today, I'm going to be showing you and only you where I'm leaving this on the course so that hopefully one of the viewers, I'm shooting this Saturday, so there's really only going to be one extra day for people to come find this on accident, but I'm going to try and hide it in a good enough spot that only the people that see this video know where it is. So hopefully one of you can come and get it, but that's only if I lose the challenge, and I feel like I have mild confidence. The key thing is going to be getting through the easy discs early and often so that I have enough time to try with the awful discs that aren't going to go very far. And putting is going to be a big part of the equation too, because some of those discs are going to be very hard to putt with, especially the Ultra Star. I'm terrible at putting with those. All right, we're going to get to the first hole. So we're starting with a nice premium disc here. This is, you know, one of the finest discs money can buy. A Chris Dickerson 2024 Tour Series Z-Flex Jawbreaker Buzz. I can birdie every hole out on this course with this disc, I believe. So hole 1 is just a straight shot. I'm going to play the hyzer, just try to skip it down there. You've seen this course a lot if you've been on this channel. It was my Chasing Perfect course. And by the way, a lot of you in the comments were saying I need to do a Chasing Perfect at Randolph College where I was last week. Could be a good time. Could be a good time. Let me know if you want to see that. Maybe that'll be a summer series when school's out, because then the course won't ever be crowded. All right, we want to get off to a good start here. Oh, I love it. Missed that tree. Oh, I might go in. Oh my goodness. Almost under the basket. What a start. All right, we're going to be moving away from the buzz. I'm sure you can notice, but this course is quickly getting very green. It's that time of the year. Every course gets harder because there's leaves everywhere. Alrighty. Well, we didn't have to spend much time throwing the buzz. That's level 1 done. On to level 2. And only 8 levels total. So yeah, on a good pace. All right, our level 2 disc is not too bad. It's a 0 medium keystone, so this is a more premium baseline, one of the nicer baselines, but it is also a putter. Now, for hole 2 here, it's perfect. However, the next few holes coming up, I wouldn't want to have this disc per se, so I'd like to knock this one out right here. Straight shot, we're just gonna play the slight left to right. That looked pretty money. Might go 2 for 2 to start. Oh my. Hands are a little cold this morning. I'm a little nervous about that one, but we made it. 2 through 2 is an incredible start. Now the discs start getting a little interesting though. Okay, time for level 3. For level 3, we've got an old DX disc here, an old DX Leopard. It's pretty lightweight, it's pretty flippy. It's still a nice feeling plastic and a good mold. It's just going to take a lot of finesse, and we now have 2 longer par 4s in a row here to use it. So not impossible, but going to be tough. This is where this challenge starts to get very difficult from here on out. There are 2 very easy par 4s in the middle of this. So those are definitely going to be important holes for getting through the difficult discs, but I'd like to get as many of the other ones out of the way as like bonus birdies before that. So we're going to just try and lay it to the gap here and then see if we can get up there and try to make birdie. I'm not really sure how to lay up to the gap. I'm going to try just the softest forehand ever. I may have stayed too wide. I really got finessey with it. It's still flipped up. It's a great beginner disc though, and it's great. No power needed. Okay, so we're super pinched. And I've got an idea that might result in me losing this disc forever, but it might just be crazy enough to work. I'm gonna try and chuck it over the top. So you're usually trying to go down the right hallway, but there's a lot of airspace out there to the left. It's a very lightweight, flippy disc. So I'm thinking if I just try and rip it on a huge turnover up in the air, I could just get it over everything. Because I think that's my only chance to make birdie. I'm gonna try it. It's probably the last time you're gonna see this disc. I have absolutely no idea what just happened. It went to a roller almost immediately, and that's kind of how it sounded like it hit the ground. I thought I got stuck in a tree at first. We'll see if we can find it. Okay, by some miracle, I found the disc just down there. It actually made it pin high. It just didn't go right at all because it went straight into a roller. I'm just glad I found it. I'll heave it towards the basket, but pretty much gonna not take the birdie here. Bogeys don't matter. Yeah, just didn't have anything from there. All right, hole 4, we're still stuck with the Leopard. This is a much more open par 4. The problem is, it's not a super long par 4, but I have to be able to throw this far enough to actually get it there in 2, all 600 feet, without just turning it over and burning it. Like, I have to figure out how to get a 300-foot shot out of this. It's doable. It's just gonna take a very finesseful shot that I might not be the best at. So we're just gonna try and play a hyzer flip with a ton of hyzer and hopefully not lose it into the woods. Okay. Oh God, sit down. Okay, it's set. Needed a little more height on that, and I think it'd been perfect. And that was good because I kind of learned a little bit about that disc without losing it, but it is gonna take a pretty far second shot. This isn't too bad at all. I'm pretty confident. I'm positive I can get there without throwing something that burns over. So we just have to hit it right. It'd be hilarious if I birdied this hole with this DX Leopard after struggling to do it with my entire bag for an entire series. We're just gonna try and play it wide and keep it on hyzer. Okay, my opinion is kind of starting to change on that disc that I might not be able to get a lot out of it. Maybe it looks further than it is because like I barely threw that and gave it a ton of hyzer, and I mean it just coasted over and died. That disc just might not be built for this. These 2 holes with everything I have remaining to throw are almost impossible. We do at least get a chance to run it. Oh, that was bad. This Leopard can be tough. All right, we've made it to another par 3. The hole 5 is not an easy one. It does call for a hyzer flip fairway. That birdie is loud. But I just feel like this has to be thrown way harder than this disc can handle. I'm gonna just try and throw it on the most hyzer, so left, and so as much air as I can, and just see what happens. Oh, dang it. Too high, hit a branch. I'm not gonna lie to you though, like I threw that on as much hyzer and as high as I literally could. Too high actually for the hole, and I think that was still gonna flip over and roll. We have 2 easy par 4s coming up, and I have got to get this Leopard done with in one of them. All right, well, we got a wide open bid. Guess I'll throw a backhand. Too high. All right. We got these par 4s are crucial. Like I need to go birdie on these par 4s to feel good about my second 9 because they're just so easy. I have to get them. This DX Leopard is proving to be a trap I didn't realize it was. All right, y'all, it's crunch time. Easy par 4. The next one's actually easier though, so I want to get through this so I can get the next disc on the next hole. That was always the plan. I have to figure out how to clear that line of trees. I have unlimited airspace. I have to just rip it as hard as I can on a ton of hyzer up in the air and hope that I have the arm strength to just pump it over there before it starts rolling. And there's a little headwind. I need this. Oh, I did it. Go. Go. Yes. Oh my gosh, what a shot. Oh my gosh, what a shot. It just cleared it on the roller and it actually cut rolled up to the left. That's like a jump layup for birdie. The DX Leopard has redeemed itself. It's worked out incredibly well. Just a jump putt up there. Okay, that's a tester. Not perfect, that should be fine. We have defeated the DX Leopard. Thank goodness I made that putt. Now we're on to the next level, but we got another easy hole coming up, so it's pivotal. Starting to get a little breezy, which I do not love for any disc that we have remaining. Okay, we are now on to level 4, the starter set disc. Just generic, not made by a real disc golf manufacturer. This one actually comes from Coastline Disc Golf. Ever heard of them? Probably haven't. It's the Propeller. It's supposed to be a fairway driver. The funny thing is, the mid-range from this set, I aced on this course, hole 2. I don't remember how this driver flies. Historically, got a pretty good feel for these starter set discs. This one feels like it's obviously gonna be flippy, but not ridiculously flippy like some of them can be. So I'm hoping I can get a usable shot. It might be similar to the Leopard, honestly. This hole, we should be able to just throw it out there, let it turn over, make sure we don't roll it, and then jump up for birdie. We should be able to get through this quick, because after this level, it gets rather intense after this level. What if I just throw this on a ton of hyzer and it just hyzers out of bounds? I'm a little nervous. I don't know how it flies. Oh yeah. I wonder if I tombstoned it. So it was fine, it was flippy as I expected, and it was landing past the tree, so fine, but on a roller angle, I was actually like, oh, that might roll up near the basket, and then I didn't see it. So I'm wondering if it tombstoned. It was a high shot. It's kind of wet. Okay, time to try and find our disc. We definitely landed around here on a roll angle, and I have yet to see where we ended up. I have to just, oh, we did roll. I just caught a glimpse of it. How did I miss this disc? We're like up here. We have a putt for eagle. Not that that matters. This is a perfect execution of these holes. Tap that out for birdie and we're on to the next level. Okay, well, if distance was an issue before, it's now a big issue. We're now throwing a Makani. Now, if you don't know what a Makani is, the best way to describe it, it's Innova makes this thing, and it's like a hybrid between a catch disc and a disc golf disc, but it's not like a glitch. This thing is way more on the side of catch disc. It's a lot lighter, way glidier, very slow. It just, they kind of beveled the rim a little bit more, so it does go a bit further, but it's gonna be a challenge. Now on the shorter holes though, this is probably gonna be doable. On holes like this one, hole 8, 315 into a headwind, I don't think I can get there, but we're gonna get a good test on it. I'm gonna throw it as hard as I can. Haha, that is not good. My max distance with this disc might be 230 feet. I'm trying to think in my head. I think I can get 9, 1, 2, and then maybe that one we just played 7. There's probably 4 holes I can get with this disc, and 3 of them are coming up in a row that I have to get one of them. Okay, it's not that flippy. Hole 9 here I think is gettable. It's normally a skipping backhand short around the corner. With this disc, I'll throw it on a ton of hyzer and let it push, but I think it's gettable, at least to get a putt. So just need a ton of hyzer, we gotta take it very inside. Oh my gosh, that's perfect. That's literally gotta be parked. That was like just as good as a normal disc. Ladies and gentlemen, that might have been the shot of the day. I wasn't feeling great about this disc. This is huge. We gotta make this putt though. Let's go. That is massive. That is massive. We have, I believe, 3 more levels to go. We birdied holes 1, 2, 6, 7, and now 9. 3 to go. And having holes 1 and 2 in front of us, we have a real chance of doing this. If we can just get 1 birdie on the next 2, and then we'll have to try and get the par 5 or par 4s. This is doable. We made it through the first 9. 5 under. That was key. If we only got to 4, I don't know if we had much of a chance. But now we only need to get 3 on our second 9. 3 of the hardest ones yet, but it's doable. Next, we're headed up to the Ultra Star. That's right, the Makani, but on steroids, because it is in fact an Ultra Star, so it goes even slower, gonna be even harder to putt. And these first 2 holes, legitimately until hole 9 again. Like, if I don't get it here, I could be stuck. So yeah, we need to get one of these first two. Birdie Smith, elevate your game. That's my inspiration for today. This is a full power ultimate frisbee throw. I think I have to go right at it. Flip more. Keep flipping. Oh my gosh. That was amazing. That's a putt. I didn't think it was gonna flip. Ultimate frisbees fly so different that like the amount of late flip that just had, I mean, that's like a 25 footer. Now I am historically awful at putting with these discs. Not many people are good with it, but this might be my best chance. I have to make this. This is closer than I thought. We're like 20 feet. That was the best Ultra Star putt of my life. Today is a magical day. Like, I am somehow making it through these difficult discs. I thought I was gonna be stuck on that disc for the rest of the video. We actually might be able to do this. I really thought this was gonna be almost impossible. Oh my gosh. Like the fact that we had Makani and Ultra Star back to back, which were so difficult in this wind on this course, and we got them on the 2 holes where we really needed to. Like, that is so clutch. Unfortunately, the next 2 discs are a little different. Okay, on to level 7. Level 7 is the XL Mini. If you've never seen these before, they're basically smaller versions of a normal disc. In the fact that they're literally shaped like rim and everything like that mold. This is a Lucid Sheriff. Here's the good news. Good news is these things go far. I should be able to birdie every hole in theory with distance. Problem is they're gonna be a nightmare to putt, a nightmare in the wind, and accuracy is just gonna be non-existent. But at least we can get there. It's kind of the opposite of the last 2 levels where I had plenty of accuracy, no distance. This I have the opposite. So, hole 2, tight hallway shot to start us off. I have no clue where this is gonna go. I'm gripping it with like 3 fingers crimped under the rim. Other bad news, I'm probably gonna lose this disc almost instantly. If I lose it, I have to complete the last level twice. Don't wanna have to do that. That probably came out of my disc so early left that it wasn't in frame, and it kicked immediately into the woods. I probably just lost that. Luckily, we did find the Sheriff after a quick search. No use in throwing a second shot. I was so far in the woods, I couldn't even get to the basket. We'll move on to hole 3, see if we lose it there. Well, this should be rather interesting. If we make it out of this hole without losing it, I mean, I think I'm gonna try and throw a forehand to see if it works and try to lay up here. I don't really know how this is gonna work. This is pretty ridiculous. Oh! What the heck? Wait a second. That was actually good. That was better than my last forehand. All right, we're in business. Hey, let's attack the second shot here. I think I'm gonna try and throw another forehand. Nope, that one slipped right out and got stuck in a tree. Seems like I'm gonna spend most of my time fetching this out of trees and bushes. On to hole 4. I had no shot from in there for birdie. Well, you know, if this is the last time we see the Sheriff, this hole will be a proper send-off. So I'm absolutely ripping this thing. Oh! There is a 0% chance of recovering that. I'm going to look for it. But I finally got it to turn over. And it soared into the trees so beautifully. I hope it has a good home now. This disc refuses to die. How did I find this? And we might be able to get up and down from here. Basket's right out there. I mean, guys, I was warming up my obituary speech for this disc, but it just won't die. Which is great, because I think now that I've learned this a little bit, I think if I can make it to holes 6 and 7, I think I can get the birdie, and then I'll have a chance probably on 9 to finish the last level. This take an insane forehand. Oh, getting iron leafed. I kind of turned that over. I'm kind of glad it got hit, but getting iron leafed with that disc is so funny because it hit the smallest leaf and just got shot out of the air like a pigeon. We just have to avoid losing this disc on this hole, and then we have 2 legitimate chances. I think this hole is a legit chance, the par 3 here. It's just like I have no accuracy, but I'm gonna try and throw it hard on hyzer because I think I can throw a hyzer flip. just getting the release right is so hard when you have no weight to like input. Like normally the disc is heavy, so it's like you can feel the point when you need to eject and snap. With this, you're just like letting go of it at the right time and hoping it works out. It's like rounding. Oh, that wasn't the worst throw. It just didn't flip up all the way, so it just kind of hyzered over. But at least I saw where it landed, so I don't think I lost it, and I think I can maybe throw in from there. It's actually quite good. Got a good throwing opportunity. It needs to be mentioned, if this disc falls through the bottom of the basket, it still counts. Just has to go in the basket the normal way. Oh, it's so funny because it's just like a high-speed driver. Like from short throws like that, it hyzers so hard. It just doesn't feel natural. Got to clear the tree line. Very doable. It's time to make history. Oh, go. Oh my gosh, we did it. Okay, similar to the last one, just chucked it up there on a huge turnover. But I mean, those things go far. Like I got way past the tree line. The problem is the up and down will be a lot harder with this disc than it was with the Leopard. It's not very trustworthy. The basket is right within our sights, but it's still very scary to throw an upshot with this disc. I think I have to just try and crash in a forehand here. I love it. That was really good. It's about a 15-footer up the hill. Oh my. Let's go. Boom. Look at that. He even fell through the bottom of the basket and rolled right back to me like a trick shot. We've done it. We are on to the last level. We have an easy par 4, and then the final hole being the short par 3. The last disc, I'm not sure if it's doable, but if it were, those are the 2 holes we'd want. We have a fighting chance. The final level is of course the most extreme. That's right, stuck in my pocket. We're going with the mini. Gonna be difficult for distance, accuracy, putting, everything really. Well, putting, not too bad. I've put a few of these in my life. 7 and 9 are our only chances. Just gonna rip this as far as I can on this hole, try to keep it in play and see what happens. Might throw my arm out. That was one of the better mini throws of my existence. I got a full flight out of that. There's a chance I could reach in 2 from there. There's a chance. I can for certain reach the basket from here. This is the shot that probably decides this challenge, because hole 8's impossible, hole 9 I don't feel great about. So this is it. It's not it, but it feels like it's it. It's a straight shot, plenty of airspace, just have to figure out how to get a good flight out of this thing. Oh my goodness, fade. Oh my gosh. I threw it perfect and it got a little forwards roll at the end. I can't tell how far that is. It's either like circle's edge or it could be like 15 feet. I may have just done it. That was amazing. Okay, so we basically landed on the backside of that little hump there and rolled to there. We have about 20 feet for destiny. Now of all the discs I've putted with today, I would say I have the most experience with minis other than normal discs, because I have a mini basket at home. I putt them around with the kids. This should be very doable. It's a larger target than normal for these. And I airballed it. Okay, I decided to forfeit hole 8 because I just know I have no chance there. So no use hurting my arm. This is it, hole 9, last chance or I'm losing the disc for somebody else to find. We got to get this around the corner and probably make a long putt. That was more like the mini throw that I know and love. I chucked it straight up in the air into a tree. I guess the magic wore off. Man, thought I just made that putt. Well, that's gonna be a fail. I'm in the woods, I have no look from there. So I'm gonna go hide this disc for somebody to hopefully find in a couple of days. Thanks for watching. All right, I'm gonna do my best Andy Dufresne Shawshank Redemption monologue here. If you ever find yourself on hole 8 at Lynchburg College, you'll find a drain pipe next to a pine tree. And if you look inside that drain pipe, underneath some brush, you'll find a disc that has no particular business being there. Wink, wink.